It's the Jeff Adams Show.
The Jeff Adams Show is
live from Lakeland, Florida. It's the Jeff Adams Show.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by...
The JA Creative phone lines are sponsored by Backbone Radio. Call in today at 818-927-6205.
Absolutely.
Is it Monday? No, it's Tuesday.
It's our Monday.
It's Tuesday. I think. Or is it? Actually, it is our Monday.
Yeah.
Here at the JeffAdamsShow.tv. Little hiatus. Wiggled one wire. Fixed the whole problem. Holy cow. And there's excitement always in here. The pre-show is always an interesting time. You know, if we were in regular broadcasting radio, it'd probably get canceled for sure. Anyways, let me go around the room. We got a special guest in the house today. But first, I will introduce RC Chris, holding it down in his house.
Hello. How are you guys?
How was your weekend?
It was good. How was yours? Other than the same crap.
Oh, geez. I let it all go, I think, on Sunday and just relaxed. And then I got up this morning and go, gosh, got to come back in here and try to fix everything. So, but, you know, we're here. We're live and making the best of it. So
that is correct.
Yeah, the weekend was nice. It was a nice long weekend. Spent some time with family yesterday. Had a nice little cookout. Did you have a new cookout, Chris?
No, actually, I did not. My parents decided to do an indoor cookout, so we bought burgers and hot dogs.
An indoor cookout.
Yeah, so we did everything inside the house. We didn't have a grill, so we fired the good old Puerto Rican frying pan. Then we did some burgers in there, and then we boiled the hot dogs.
Did you?
And then we had a picnic like that.
Did you open the window on that? The frying pan?
No. Why are you gonna do that? Then the smell gets out there, and all the critters decide to come out. So,
yeah, that's true.
So we kept everything indoor.
But I enjoy the. But thank you to all the people that served our country. You know, I took a post down. My wife, I said they didn't want to offend anybody. I go, the smell of burgers and da da da. And I said, I think the troops, and remember the troops. She goes, that was kind of tacky, so I took it down. A post I did.
No offense to your wife, but she always tries to make you put everything down that you put on Facebook.
Yeah, she polices me.
She's like worse than freaking Michelle Obama.
She polices me. She's just doing it. She knows I'm a wreck, so she
tried to control your wreck.
Yeah.
She don't want the world to know how bad you are. But then again, you freaking have a TV show Monday through Thursday. So I think if people will tune in, they will see.
I think they probably already know I'm a wreck.
Oh, okay.
At this point.
Gotcha.
What's a tweet or a Facebook status going to change?
Good thing I took over for you, Twitter. So.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I sometimes see my Twitter. I'm like, I didn't post that. I start freaking out. I mean, you post like bizarre stuff, like TV shows I don't even watch.
Oh, that is thanks to Hootsuite. There's all those emails that you keep sending me about Hootsuite, and
yeah,
so they are teaching me how to bring content, and those are from them.
To the shows I don't even, because they make money off of that. Probably.
Yeah. So whatever gets us more audience, I really do not care.
That's supposed to get us more audience.
According to
tweeting something I don't even watch. I looked at it, I go, I don't even watch this. Does Chris watch this?
What was it?
I don't know. Some TV show.
Probably. I do watch it because I have to do research for your show. So I just probably do watch it.
Okay. I don't know. It's just weird. I saw that and I was like, does Chris watch that? I don't understand it, so I deleted it.
Oh, what the hell? Well, there goes our strategy.
What?
Strategy. What do you say that word?
Scraggedy?
Yeah.
Shaggy? Like G, Scoob? Tragedy? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. No.
I'm the one that recovered dyslexic and have a speech impediment, so.
Here we go again. You always bring that up.
Yeah, and you're going, shaggedy?
Well, I do got to tell you, it's my Hispanic accent plus braces Plus,
Yeah, that's true. You got braces.
I got all that stuff going on right now.
How long have you had braces?
About a year now.
I've had them since 7th grade.
I didn't
What?
even know I needed braces until the Air Force told me I have to.
Oh, really? They told you had to?
Mhm.
Wow.
It's a cancer prevention. 'Cause-
What? Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
the inside of my cheek, I was biting it, and the linings was going away. So bacteria was getting in there, and they're like, if you continue doing that, you end up with mouth cancer. I was like, well, can we fix that? Like, yep.
Have they done studies on that?
I have no idea.
How would you figure that out? You're going to get cancer if you continue to bite your side lip. We tested 150 people, and they all got cancer when they bit the side of their lip. How did they come up with this
It's
stuff?
the inside of your mouth, not the lip.
Oh, the lip.
The
Okay,
inside.
the inside, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a whole bunch of gerbils and rats that we tested this on, and they all got cancer because they ate their cheese wrong. Anyways, I'm done yakking. Anyways, we got a special guest in the house.
About time.
Well, I think we've had a couple lunches, so I can say buddy, right? Good old
Sure.
buddy.
Absolutely.
Good old buddy.
Good old buddy.
Good old buddy. Kevin O'Brien's in the house. Oh,
Hello,
look
hello.
at that.
Hey, there I am.
It's fancy.
It is.
So Kevin is currently doing he does a podcast at the end of the day,
Yep.
and you are raising funds to do a movie called The End of the Day.
Called at the end of the day. Yep.
So tell
Same
us a little bit about the background of this wonderful movie that you are directing,
Yes.
not producing.
I
Kind
will
of?
be playing. Yes, I'm hiring a producer as well, but I am also going to. I mean, it's a low budget film, so I'm going to be doing everything. All of us are going to be doing everything to make it happen.
Well, I'm kind of rude because I'm jumping right into it, but tell these fine people exactly what you do. You do with your company that you currently have.
Yeah, I do films. I do short films. Write and produce all of them ourselves. For most of them go online. Are used for pastors or churches to use before their Sunday services. They are also used at some like support groups and all of that. So they're more narrative, very short, like 3 to 5 minute stories that help everyone kind of focus for a specific topic and all that. So I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years now.
And you're a millionaire now, right?
Yes,
Because all
yes.
these churches got to pay.
Right. Well, yeah, right, millionaire, absolutely,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
abso-freaking-lutely.
So
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding about the church thing. Someone posted a comment. We were talking about in the pre-show. It was about the Dugans, the Dugars. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the Duggars.
Yeah, I saw someone, a manager in town,
Okay.
right, and in Nashville, music manager, CCM. He posted like, "How come Christians have such a hard time following through financial commitments?" And he posted some story of, I think, the cousin. I've never seen the Dugars at all, the Boogers, whatever they're called, the Dugars. But the cousin, they have a weird cousin, and I guess they did a spinoff show, and she had a manager, and he cut a deal. She's getting $20,000 an episode, and she refused to pay the manager to cut the deal. She wouldn't
Nice.
pay the commissions off of it.
Nice.
So, anyways, that's why I said that. It wasn't a slide at the church, but it just seems like across the board, it's crazy. So you have that company. You've been doing that for five years.
I've been making the films for 5 years. My company we're just going into our 4th year now. So I was doing them I was on staff at a church for 8 or 10 years where I started doing these for our church, and then I realized this is what I want to do.
Well, let me ask you this.
Films.
I never really asked you this.
Okay.
Do you still attend the same church you were a pastor at?
Yeah.
How does that work? Is that weird? Do you still get people like following you like, hey, man?
No, and it's actually been like that a couple of times. I've just moved around at that church, different positions throughout it. At one time I was leading worship. At one time I was the youth pastor there, and it's just not an issue. Like where you realize that I'm moving on, and my family and I still attend there. It's our family. It's our community. So no, it hasn't been an issue at all.
And you have 3 children,
Yes.
1 biological, and you adopted as well, right?
Correct. Yep.
What are the ages?
2 of them just turned 9. Cademan and Stefan just turned 9, the 2 boys, and then Rakai will turn 9
Wow.
in August. So they're all finishing up 3rd grade right now.
All
the
fighting
same-
with each other.
All the same age. Yeah, nonstop.
Yeah. I've got 3 too, and they always fight over the stupidest things.
Right.
You
Thank
know?
God we grow up out of that and we never fight over stupid things.
Yeah, sorry I'm saying all this stuff to you. I just want people to get familiar with you so you get comfortable with you, right?
Not,
People
not
like
a problem
that.
at all.
People like to get personal. So,
Yeah, I love talking about my kids.
I think we already got too personal during the pre-show.
yeah,
Stuff we
just a
should not
tad.
be
But the
saying.
pre-show's not recorded. It's floating in outer space somewhere.
Yeah.
In the minds of everyone that listened.
Yeah. So with this movie, we've talked before at lunch, you
Yeah.
know, and then we were talking about the podcast. With the concept of the film, explain the concept behind the podcast. Well, obviously the podcast is for to kind of prep the movie.
Yeah.
But tell us the background on the movie.
Sure. Well, the podcast is not about like you mentioned, it's not about the movie. It shares the same name, but it's really just about the conversation. So the movie is really a way for me to express like just kind of what I've been going through for the past 5 or 6 years or so in our on a perception of the LGBT community from within the church and how I was raised in a Pentecostal church, taught love the sinner, hate the sin, that was a loving approach. And then as I got older and experienced life, and my wife and I met people, and we had, there were gay people at our church and worshiping alongside of us and living with us. Not living with us, living amongst
I was about to say
us.
that's a TV show.
Yeah, that would be. So we started slowly realizing that what we were taught about this doesn't really fit with the experiences that we've had, and that the people who, these LGBT people that we are living our lives with are experiencing Christ and living more Christ-like than many times in ourselves.
Explain the
LGBT?
abbreviation you just gave. Yes.
It's lollipops, granola button. There's many more. Sometimes people say LGBT, LGBTQ, LGBTQAI. There's all sorts. But
Just say the whole
ultimately,
alphabet and you'll be correct.
LGBT is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender.
Okay.
And then Q would be queer. A could be asexual, or there's others. I can't remember all of them.
There's 123 ways you could call a person gay.
Right.
Is that a
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I did a story about it. There's 120
Probably
terms.
a lot of them you wouldn't want to use because
Right.
it's not politically
No,
correct.
they're
probably,
all
right?
politically
Or just-
correct.
Really?
Yes, they're all
Oh.
politically correct according to the LGBT community. They're the one that actually submitted it to Facebook. And actually, we'll tweet it. We'll tweet the story that I wrote about it. But there's 127
Wow.
names you could call a gay person.
Yeah, it's rather complicated,
Very.
and that's really what one of the things behind the whole movie is that this whole thing of sexuality and orientation and gender identity is much more complicated than I was led to believe, or that I was taught, or that I think a lot of people really even want to deal with. So that complexity of the issue has to connect with our faith and the way we treat them and our theology somehow. And so that's what it's about for me. It's been my wife and I just researching and studying and listening and honoring those stories of the people who had different experiences than us.
Well, it seems to overall. I mean, we were kind of making fun of. There was a story we talked about early in the pre-show about masturbation.
Yeah.
But it's like the church for so many years. There's scriptures, in the Bible that point out this lifestyle. So the church has never really adapted. They've basically, from what I've seen, my culture I grew up in,
Sure.
they've said, just change. And you don't know. It's just like someone, that's addicted to something. Just stop it.
Right.
Okay, theory, but there's something inside you that you're battling with that it's hard to contain.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, everybody goes, well, if you got saved, everything will be hunky-dory. Well, I bring it to a point because I think I brought it up before, was Cy Rogers, a good friend of mine. Haven't talked to him in a while, but he moved back to Australia. He came out of the lifestyle, and it wasn't, he found God, but it was a process for him to come out of there. So is the reflection of the movie kind of based on your circumstances with the church that you've kind of seen as well, of trying to make it more comfortable?
I wouldn't say comfortable, because I don't know. I guess that's an interesting take on it. I think that for me, it really is. It's about taking a break from feeling like we have all the answers and we have this thing figured out, and maybe asking some questions instead, and learning. I think a lot of times, from my experience, is that the church is a little behind on listening to new information and applying that, integrating that into their faith. And I think that that this is definitely one topic that, for either fear or pride, or for whatever reason, that a lot of specifically church leaders have not been willing to listen to the stories. And specifically, I mean, one of the big cases or big situations about that is one of the largest ex-gay ministries, Exodus, which is just right over here in Orlando.
Very familiar with it, yeah.
And so in 2013, they, Alan Chambers, was the director of it at the time for the last 9 years of it, after a year of him and the board listening to the stories of people who had gone through the Exodus ministry, they closed it down because they, for the first time, listened to the experiences that people were having instead of just continually saying what they thought was to be true, and realized that the way they were talking about change was not actually happening, and there was a lot of damage done in the process. I mean, when people are when they classify themselves as survivors of your ministry, I mean that's a pretty harsh reality to listen to and make changes based on that, So yeah, it's a bit of the reality I think that our world is and our society is accepting, and I think a lot of people from within the church just see that as, it's easy to look at that as it's just another demoralization of of the country, and the country's going to hell in a handbasket and all that. But another way to look at it is that there's this unfolding of God's grace, and that we don't have all this figured out. So maybe let's try to lean into grace a little more than.
Yeah, there are. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it's such a touchy subject. I mean, I'm not even just going to talk about the gay lifestyle. I'm talking about just in general sexual content. In general, in the church has just been really
in the American church.
Yeah, in the American church has been. We're not going to talk about it,
right?
But yet, a lot of the men in the church, I think it was a study done 6 years ago. The pornography addiction was like, in church, they did a survey on men in the church that are addicted to pornography. Was like 75% of the people they ran the studies on, but no one really talks about it. Some people have. Some come out and said, hey, yada yada yada. But there's a lot of shame and embarrassment,
right? Because
of, I don't know. I mean, I always thought it was conviction, but it's not. I think it's this. We feel like we have to talk for God.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily for me. I've just bit my tongue because I can't. I mean, sometimes I don't even hear from them.
Yeah.
So how can I, read the Word of God and literally say this is all it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot there. First of all, about the whole thing with the church, I think a lot of that stems back to when it is talked about, specifically like pornography addictions, it's talked about that addiction, and then there's certainly the shame and all of that involved. But what is not talked about is where the basis of that comes from, and like the history of the purity movement. We just had on our podcast this woman Diane Anderson, and she wrote a book called Damaged Goods, which is basically a like history of the purity movement and the culture within the church, starting and its origins, which its origins actually begin with racism and a lot of fun with that, and then the 60s and 70s as a rebuttal to the free love movement,
right?
And so into the 80s and 90s, and a lot of the damage that's been caused by that. With we, even both men and women, we see sexuality as a bad thing, or it's always temptation. You know, it's always this thing to avoid, when it's again, it's more complicated than that, and it's this gift of God. So we've got to figure out this, how to ethically use sexuality in a way that is helpful and not hurtful or demeaning.
Yeah. It's, you know, I'm fascinated by where this movie is going to go.
Yeah.
And exactly, because I really, you know, doing research on it, I mean, there's really no one that's really touched this yet.
I hope not. I mean, I'm trying. I'm hoping that this is a. I mean, I'm sad that it hasn't been, but I'm hoping that this, and the reason I did it was because this is just like, this is what I felt, the story that I wanted to make. You know, this is the story that I wanted to tell. And it specifically, the story specifically evolves around the issue of LGBT homeless teens, and that within religious families, you know, parents don't know what to do. A kid comes to them when they come out and they say, I'm lesbian, or I'm gay, or I'm bisexual, or I'm trans. I feel like a girl inside if I'm a boy. All of that, and like, I mean, I haven't had that situation within my family, and I still, like, there are no answers for that. But the counsel that they have received a lot, even specifically from within the church, is to not accept that part of them, that is evil. That, and even if it's not evil, it's something that's broken. But regardless, you need to not accept that part of your child, that they will work through it, or that they will.
Well, I'm glad
realize that they're straight. And
but
so,
God doesn't do that.
Right. But because of that, kids are kicked out of their homes because their parents don't want to accept that part of them. So there's, out of, you know, the statistic right now is that out of homeless teenagers, 40% of them identify as LGBT.
Wow.
So kids on the street, 40%. When you look at like a global population, it's usually about 6 to 10. 10% is very, very high, but around 6-7% of the global population identify as LGBT or T. So it's 30% higher. I don't even know that's probably the wrong number, but I don't know how to do statistics. But 40% of them, which
just
is
round off,
drastically different. Yeah. And so that's an issue that needs to be talked about, and that's one of the things within the film that we deal with, and that we at least bring awareness to. I mean, this isn't a movie about this isn't a movie about finding answers. It really is a movie about asking questions and looking around to what the reality of some of our choices have made.
Well, it's a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions.
All right.
Continue. But we're going to take a quick break here. Take care of the sponsors. And we're going to actually come back. We got a clip. You brought a clip in.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the Tonight Show or something. Got a clip.
You're welcome for that.
But the cool thing about it is it's not even out yet.
It's not even shot yet.
We'll talk about that when we come back. Yeah, but that's pretty interesting. You got a clip, and we'll talk about that when you come back. I know.
Right.
I just want to continue to talk, but we got to pay some bills. All right.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
They're good. They're very funny.
They're hilarious. They just be whoever they want to be.
It's just really funny.
They just want to be famous all the time, and they don't have a lick of talent in their body. They're cluttering the space. It's just too much. Dadgummit. Yes, I said dadgummit on the microphone. I'm just so over it. I don't know. And then you have the whole women. The only way they get on social media is they show their breasts or their buttocks or looking to seduce you on the internet. For crying out loud. Get a talent. Learn how to broadcast.
It's the Jeff Adams Show.
Joycaster, your content everywhere. Go to joycaster.co and sign up for a free 30-day trial using promo code JAFREE. Joycaster, your content everywhere, baby.
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Do you like to talk? You want to do radio? Well, go to Blog Talk Radio, official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show. Blog Talk Radio is a web-based platform that allows podcasters like you and talk show hosts like you to create live on-demand format content for distribution. BlogTalkRadio.com.
Oh, you're kidding me. Right on. Yes.
Call now to win.
No prizes here. Just call already. 818-927-6205. Little claps, little hand claps. Sound like a rapper. Can I get a little hand claps in my ear?
That's what rappers sound like.
Yo,
In his
yo,
mind,
dog. Even white rappers. Yeah, I get a little hand clap. I can't hear my hand clap. Even white rappers sound like that.
All right.
And what would a Hispanic rapper sound like, Chris?
I don't know. I don't think we have rappers in our world.
What is that? Yeah, you do. You got friggin'
We got reggaeton.
reggaeton, and you got what's his face? Pitbull.
Yeah, he's reggaeton. He's not a rapper.
That's all. Oh, I don't know. Just
Don't
laugh.
quit your day job.
Yeah, Pitbull. Never mind. I'm not gonna get that story. I'm gonna get off track here.
I'm gonna have to agree with Bossy. No clapping. You might trigger someone's anxiety. Jazz hands, please.
Jazz hands.
There you go.
There you go. We're talking with Kevin O'Brian, talking about his film At the End of the Day. And at the end of the day,
We all go to sleep.
we go to sleep, and then it's a new day. Maybe that could be the sequel.
The next day.
It's the next day.
The start of the next
The
day.
new day.
It's the new day.
Right.
Coming
Finder C.
soon. Are you going to do that with your film at the end? You're going to do like kind of like the Marvel thing, where you're going to do like an end,
I don't think so.
and you're going to have like some kind of thing. Maybe.
No, I'm going to do that at the beginning. I'm going to do it like before the credits even roll.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Switch it up.
A prequel before the credits.
Prequel before it.
Right.
And then it's about pornography at that point. It like somehow like intertwines. You can have some guy that struggles with it in the film, but you really don't see him. Like it passes on the sidewalk, and then it like
Okay. Yeah, we don't deal with
we're gonna do the
pornography in
church
film.
thing. Marvel next movie in the beginning.
Right. I mean, that would be like the church to like just do what everyone else is doing and do our own version of it, right?
Right.
So maybe I should.
You should. What was it? The Bible Man.
Wow.
Bible Man.
Yes. There was such a thing.
I love the Lord. I really do. But there's just this part of Christianity, of this culture. Like you see things like that, and they go, let's do an alternative to a superhero. Bible Man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We'll make millions of Bible Man.
I felt dirty when I let my kids watch it.
You-
And they liked it, which made me even feel worse.
True story here. You want to hear a true story that's never been heard before?
Let's do it.
Talking about Bible Man. Back in 2002.
Did you meet Bible Man?
Yes, I was interviewing a Christian artist for this television show that I used to host called Control Track. The guy, I can't remember the guy's name. He was in Charles in Charge. He played Bible Man.
Yeah.
He was like the friend of Scott Baio on the TV show. Well, I set up an interview, and he refused to put the outfit on. And I refused to interview him. I'm like, I'm not going
You wanted to interview him as Bible Man?
Yes. Because that's your stick, right? I don't want to see him with the thing on, because you're talking about Bible Man. And he has a mask on the show.
Right.
And he got all peeved at me. I'm like, sorry, dude. I mean, Charles in Charge was like 25 years ago at that time. You know? It's like, I want Bible Man.
Right.
I want the stick, dude. If you know what I'm saying? That's what you're pushing. You're doing interviews for Bible Man.
So if you get Ben Affleck on your show, you're not gonna interview him unless he comes in his Batman costume?
No, that's a little different.
That's a good question. Good job. Thank you for calling him out.
You're welcome.
Batman. He's not going to do it right either. He's going to be called Fat Man. That's what he is. Ben Affleck's going to... That whole movie is going to just... Never mind. But we're going to get back to your film.
Let's get back to that one, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get back to your film. So this clip, this is an interesting thing because...
Let's do it.
You know, you have a campaign that you got running right now.
I do.
Tell us about that.
We're running a Kickstarter campaign to raise a good bit of the funds for it. We're also going the investor route to offset some of the funds. But
You're already playing the film?
he's playing it as I'm speaking.
Why not?
Well, hang on. I'll play it. Yeah, he's talking.
Oh, okay.
We want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. So, so for Kickstarter, you obviously need Kickstarter is an online platform to raise money for something you're creating, and you need a video. Well, you don't need to, but you're much better off having some sort of video. And when you're making a film, you've got to have something decent to show that, hey, I can do this sort of thing. So we decided to make a mock trailer of what this movie is. So we took the screenplay, kind of pulled out a few key parts from it that would kind of set up what this is, who the main character is, what the kind of dilemma and what some of the humor and tone of the film is. And then got a bunch of my friends together, hired the DP that's going to be doing the film, and we shot this thing in a day, and it looks like it's like a trailer. It looks like the whole thing.
I tell you, man, I saw it and I was like, man, did a really good job.
Thanks.
But I mean, all your videos that you do for your company are incredible too. So I wasn't surprised, but I was like, wow, this is impressive, because most Kickstarter campaigns, you kind of see them and it's hard. I guess it's really hard for musicians more than anything. But man, this was really, really impressive. So let's take a look at it.
Okay.
I'll leave the mics on if you want to say something over the top of it. But this is a really, really good
commentary. We'll talk.
Yeah, it's a really good sneak peek here. Let's check it out.
Here in this shot was.
Any questions to start us off? Why does God hate gay people? What's this?
The new psych department. But the building's been willed to a support group if they can raise the money for taxes.
Well, when do they meet? I can just show up and find out how close they are to the money. I can just blend in.
But they're gay.
So, this is Dave. He's new in town. He lives with his aunt, and he doesn't want to talk about his sexuality.
Nice car, dude.
Thanks. It belonged to my ex.
What was his name?
Oh, my God.
Wait, so they think you're gay?
So, how does a stray girl fit into a gay group?
Not everything's so black and white.
I'm being forced to rethink things that I always felt certain about.
We don't always get to decide who's going to be in the family.
No! Come on! You don't understand. What if we're wrong about them?
I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore.
Really? A church van? Am I the only one who thinks we're gonna burst into flames?
You sing a song and you replace one word with the word gay, but it has to make sense.
Dave, you should try it.
No.
Come on.
This is the gay that the Lord has.
No, don't do that.
I only know church songs.
Now we'll burst into flames.
At the end of the day, film.com/kick.
You need my voice for the movie trailer. I'm just saying.
All right.
Dude, incredible, man.
Thanks.
Bravo. Let me find the hand claps here. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you just opened that wall and the whole audience has been there this whole time. That's amazing.
Got him in the can.
I like it.
Hey, I got him in the closet.
Hey. Nice.
Hey.
Boom. Where's your rim shot?
Let's see. Oh, there you go. Hey.
All right. Now it's a radio show.
Got it. Yeah, there you go. Cheesy radio show. But we're on video.
Well, Bossy likes it.
She likes it. Yeah, it's incredible looking. I mean, I can't wait.
I love the tranny. I'm sorry. I just love the tranny. He's just funny.
Yeah? Was that a...
Now, is there
a real tranny?
I'm not going to help you. I want to hear your answer.
Is that a real tranny playing a tranny? Or is it...
No, it's a friend of mine here who dresses up in drag.
Okay.
For events and fun things. And so Yeah, but it's a transgen, and the character is a transgender woman.
Well, obviously with this preview now, I mean, you have everybody lined up. I mean, I know you did this like in a day to get the Kickstarter thing going, but these people are going to have to be in your film now.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean,
No,
I thought that was incredible.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa! I'm already fell in love with those characters.
What time out?
Okay, then that's
Yeah.
great.
Hey,
That's
listen.
great. It's a mock trailer.
Hey,
So
listen.
It's possible. It's
I
probable.
don't want to see Stephen Baldwin in this film.
I just ripped it. Neither do I. Nor do I. That is not happening.
Chris will get it for you. Yeah, we don't want to hear Stephen Baldwin in the film.
No Stephen Baldwin.
You get your
No, but
earphones fixed.
on a serious note, I kind of like. Now, out of all those people that you got there, can you say who's going to be in the movie? Like, for example,
it hasn't been cast yet.
I know those guys are great.
I think those guys were great, especially the guy. I don't know if he's like the one that's talking to the main character when he says, "And they think you're gay."
Yeah,
that
Gordon.
was amazing.
Gordon.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then the female driving the van at the end of the trailer, where she says about the game.
Yep,
she's
my
amazing
friend
too.
Rachel.
And then the
That's some
tranny.
talented people.
They're exactly. Now, my other question is, are they in character, or that's just them in real life?
No. That's all. I mean, that's all the characters from the film. So, I mean, they're not. Some of them were based on. I mean, some of the characters in the film are based in real people I know.
Real people that you know?
But it wasn't specifically based on them.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you're going to have to use these people.
I think so.
I do that noise anytime someone says "at the end of the day" and doesn't mean it as a title. Right.
I'm late on the.
So yeah,
comedy drum.
that's definitely the. I don't know. That's the interesting part of a mock trailer is that you're filming it so that it looks what it's what it's going to look and feel like, and then don't necessarily know if those are going to be.
I got to tell you, I think those are your people right there.
I think so too.
I'm already set. In fact, because I've already seen it.
You've already seen it. Sure.
So
I'm looking for that tranny. No offense, I'm going to look for him.
Yeah, but the reality is, I've seen those people. I'm like, and I already got like in the characters. I go, this is. I'm all intrigued. So how do you? I mean, I guess you could, but how do you replace that? Because most people that probably are helping the Kickstarter campaign,
right?
They're going to want to see those people too, because they probably. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, probably people that have contributed to the Kickstarter campaign have probably watched the trailer probably 4 or 5 times.
Maybe, probably.
So how's the Kickstarter campaign doing?
We have 12. We're on day 12, and we're at about 11%.
At 11%,
which is not great.
And what is the the total that you need?
Total that we were going for is $75,000.
So if you don't reach $75,000, you get
nothing.
You get nothing. Yeah.
Wow. So what? Let's just say the what ifs.
Yeah.
The end of the day.
At the end of the day,
you don't get $75K.
If we don't get the money.
What's the backup plan?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple. One is that I am continually meeting with investors, and so we have a couple of investors interested. I mean, we have several budget levels where we're obviously we have an would be amazing if we could raise $400,000 for this film, and that would put it at one level. And then we have a $200,000 budget that we could do it for. And if none of that works, I'm still going to make this movie. So we could do it for under $100,000 for sure. Just do it as cheap as possible and pay in hugs and love. So yeah, the backup plan is this Kickstarter is one avenue I'm trying to go to raise the money. And I mean, a big part of this campaign has been awareness more than necessarily the money. So if we don't get the money, there's things that what I could do where I could message those who have backed and said, you can still donate to the, this didn't happen, but you can still donate to help make this happen. But
what do you tell to an investor? I mean, I'm just curious because a lot of bands. It seems like bands have been successful doing Kickstarter, but it seems like it's the bands that have been around the block and then some, or people that's already
Same
established.
Thing with film.
Yeah, with the film thing. So, from an investor standpoint, when you ask an investor, "Hey, we're going for $400,000 on this," how do you show? I mean, because obviously you're creating content, you're putting it out there. How do you show your numbers to these investors to say, "Hey, this is what we're going to hit"? Yeah, 'cause
there's no way in film, even for established filmmakers, there's no way in film.
Right.
I mean, my wife and I were just trying to watch this Black Hat, this latest Michael Mann movie. We rented it and we're trying to watch it, and it was just not good. We both fell asleep, and I checked it later, and that thing cost $70 million and has made back $14 million. So,
Well, that happens.
Right. So I'm saying in film, there's no way to guarantee. And so film is always a high risk. No matter, even with an amazing cast that everyone knows, it's always a high, unless you have like Avengers, of course. I mean, I don't have Avengers.
Right. Yeah.
But so
Wait,
it's
you
a matter
don't?
of finding, I don't. So it's a matter of finding the right combination of people or the right investors who believe in this cause, believe are going to put money to this cause anyway, and this is a more creative or fun way that they can help bring this message of love and healing for LGBT teens or just the community in general, or even Christians. Like I've always I've started saying that I'm not trying. Someone commented on my Facebook saying that they really appreciate what I'm trying to do to reach this LGBT community, and I'm like, I'm not trying to reach an LGBT community. I'm trying to reach Christians, who have this view of LGBT people that they can't, that they're different in a non-fixable way,
right,
and not in the way that we're all different,
right. I don't know. I mean, everybody likes to pat people on the back for some reason. Oh, that was awesome. I'm sure you get that with the adopting kids too. You guys are so great.
You guys are so great.
Don't you get sick of hearing that?
No way, man.
You don't?
No way.
People saying that you're so great because you adopted? You did it out of love.
Well, yeah, but I'll always take a compliment.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I mean, it's like they always like go out of the way to be like, oh, you guys are fantastic. No, we're not.
We're not fantastic. I mean, we're just normal like everyone else. I mean, for the adoption thing, it was just a matter for us. We wanted, we wanted to have a bigger family, and it was just the reality. It was this kind of cool combination of events, but the reality of that, there's so many kids already who just don't have forever families, and they're in our own backyard. We adopted through the state, through the foster system.
Right. Yeah.
So for us, it was just a matter of, for us, this is what love looks like. This is what our family is going to look like. And so, yeah, we're not fantastic, or we're not any better than anyone else.
I get sick of hearing that stuff. When you brought up that Facebook comment, that's what it made me think of it. It's just like, we did it out of love. We felt led to do it, and I don't know. It's almost the way I think with this film, you felt led to do this.
Right.
There's a need. You saw a
need. I couldn't run away. I tried to leave it for a while. I couldn't leave the idea.
You saw a need and you're going for it.
Right.
So, real quick, let's see. We got to take one last break here. We're going to come back.
Okay.
Talk about the Kickstarter campaign and try to get it cranking.
Awesome.
And we'll talk about more alternatives to the matter of the film of how you can get this done. I got a lot more questions for Kevin O'Brien here.
Bring them.
At the end of the day. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Oh boy, looks like we have a vandal. That's not good. Vandals are not good. But I guess this vandal's pretty good because he's tagging the JeffAdamsShow.tv all over the wall there. But hey, man, if you're bored, come check us out at JeffAdamsShow.tv. It helps us stay afloat so we can stay on the air. Go to the JeffAdamsShow.tv. Lots of blogs, updates, those type of things there at the website. You can watch all the shows on demand or listen there. Don't want to see our ugly faces? You can listen there at the JeffAdamsShow.tv. So check us out. Please support us. It's so important that you come to the website, the JeffAdamsShow.tv. I hardly ever brag about companies, but this company right here is an official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show, StreamSpot, our back end for our video content. StreamSpot. They saved us months ago. Glenn Beck picked up one of our stories. They provided excellent service for us. Go check them out. StreamSpot.com at StreamSpot, official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It
It is the best station.
Listen to JA Creative.
Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
They're just hilarious. Great show. Good show. My favorite show.
Melissa, how you doing?
Great. So let's talk about breastfeeding them.
Did you know that Chris likes chocolate milk?
Wow. Anyways,
What do you think about breastfeeding, Matt?
No comment.
wow. Wow.
Jeff Adams Show.
And we're back. I don't know what it is about that little shindig there, the guy with the chair. I just get mesmerized, and I see Chris trying to like wave me in, and I'm just get like hypnotized by the guy's chair. Because I always think about that. It's such a weird clip. Like, who thought of this, and what were they doing behind this, and what was that guy like in real life, and all that. What exactly are they trying to prove?
That's deep, bro. That's really deep.
Now you know why his day's off, because I'm always thinking then like, who is that guy? What is he about?
You still haven't figured it out.
I still haven't figured it out. We're talking with Kevin O'Brian. If you're just tuning in, he's doing a film called At the End of the Day. We just, if you missed it, you're going to have to watch it. You're going to have to go back and watch the clip.
Or go to endofthedayfilm.com
That's right. There you go. You should be in radio.
And
I'm telling you.
It there.
You should be in radio. You should be in sales.
No, I should not. Absolutely not.
You got to be at a certain degree if you're talking to backers and stuff,
right?
right?
I hate it, though. I hate it.
I mean, do you get like, be honest, I mean, I used to be the same way, because I came from the music industry, so I would always have to talk to people with money, and when you take these meetings, do you get all nervous? And,
absolutely. Of course.
And because I guess it really depends on the personality type of who you're really pitching it to,
Yeah, because I'm not a salesman. I mean, I've done sales things in the past. I've worked as a salesman in other places, but I can do it, I suppose. I just hate it. It does not energize me, for sure.
I like there's a part of me that I like a lot. It's just like of going after it of something, and I like it a lot. There's like this high for me. But when it's just like I like the meetings, and then when it's like it really comes down like the P's and L's, I'm like, okay, I'll get that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I can do P's and L's, but I just don't. It's not my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
You got to have like a money guy, part of the team, financial guy that can give these people what they need. So hopefully with the Kickstarter campaign, what's the website again with the Kickstarter? Let's pop it up here. You don't even know what it is. You're looking at it.
I didn't know you were asking me. Yeah. There's a bunch of ways you can go there, but endofthedayfilm.com/kick.
Kick. How come they just didn't? I guess it's for Kickstarter. Kick.
Oh, that was that's just my direct.
Oh, okay.
My redirect, because it's shorter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Try to keep it as short as possible.
We're going to pop it up here.
Or you can go to Kickstarter.com and search for At the End of the Day.
But it's easier just going to endofthedayfilm.com /kick to do it.
That is correct.
And you guys can see the trailer there too as well. But, you gave that a one away because I'm trying to get people to just, download the podcast and watch it on demand. But,
sorry about that.
Now they're just going to go to the website and just say, screw this show.
If you think about it, we said the website at the end of the show, so they have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can just
if they're on the podcast, if they're going to listen to the podcast, they have to go listen to the whole thing and then get to the end.
Why are you talking like all low and everything?
Because I'm getting sexual with my microphone.
You're doing a what?
I'm getting sexual with my microphone.
At the end of the day, I think you need to stop.
Okay.
I know what he's doing over there. He's trying to impress you, Kevin. He's trying to get in your film.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that social media account.
Did you talk about the keeps talking about the tranny,
bro.
The
trans character?
Yeah. I think he wants to go for that role. He's trying to impress you there.
I don't think I could fit that role.
Huh?
I don't think I could fit that role. I could fit the role for the what's it called? The guy who's sitting behind the counter. I mean, behind the desk and tells him, "Do they think you're gay?" He starts laughing. Yeah, I could do that one.
I could do a lot of acting in that movie. You know, I'm a good actor, right?
Okay.
I act like I do a show every day.
There you go.
A lot of people don't know about acting. I could show you some acting stuff. We actually did did a couple things. We were pitching to Mark Burnett. Had Group One Crew. We were pitching it like a almost like a Curb Your Enthusiasm, but a music industry version of it.
Okay.
Based around the group where we play ourselves, but we take it up a notch.
Sure.
But yeah, we had to do all that. We did a whole pilot and everything. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy, I always say you look for my partner, John Ward.
Right.
You guys could be brothers. Doesn't like Chris?
Yes, I know.
Does
where
he
you're going.
not
Yes.
look like John Ward?
Yes.
They could be brothers.
They can.
Maybe we are.
You from Indiana?
I was just gonna ask that. I was like, you're from Indiana?
Realities and
it's crazy,
all of that,
man.
yeah.
And you guys are so similar because John does films.
He does film.
It's just it's sometimes
He's all around. He's
we had lunch a couple times, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, am I with John?
threw you off.
It just threw me off. And then the universe collided, and John would text me at the same time and go, "Hey, I'm having lunch with your brother," because I took a picture of him.
Right, yeah.
And he goes,
that
"Oh my
wasn't
gosh,
awkward at all.
That was creepy. Wait a minute. You took a picture of the
I took a
person
picture of
everyone-
him.
You took a
Yeah.
picture of
and I
him.
sent it to John because
Yeah.
he texted me.
He was like,
Let me take a picture of him right now.
That's what it was.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Done. Got it.
All right. Took a
Awesome.
picture.
Yeah, but I
Right.
just took a picture.
So hopefully, let's look at the. I'm going to be your investor here. All right.
Oh,
so
Lord.
you're giving me a pitch. So
Oh, gosh.
listen, I give you this money today, Kevin.
Yeah.
When is this film going to be done?
We're
How?
sh-
No, wait.
Mhm.
How do I make money?
That's what.
Wait a minute, hang
that's
on a
what
second.
matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Wait a minute. I got another question for you.
Yeah.
Where's the numbers?
Where's the numbers? What numbers
Hold on,
would you
Doc.
like?
Wait, I told you, Sandra. Leave me alone. I'm in a meeting right now. What's so important? No? Son of a bee! Just tell him I'll call him back. Go ahead, Kevin.
So this is a censored investor.
What are you
Doesn't
saying?
go all the way. He doesn't. He's just,
What are you saying?
just
Did you say I'm
halfway.
censored?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I mean.
So what are you here again for?
I am here to tell you about this film. So the way most films
And
go,
what film would this be? You know what? I got to tell you a funny story one time, Kevin. You know, I got to tell you a funny story. One time I invested in this film, and I lost all my money.
happens a lot.
How do I make my money? Hold that thought. What, Sandra? Son of a bee! Do you want a job? Do you value working for this company? Well, stop it! Just stop it! Go ahead.
We're back.
We're back.
Are you also showing your acting skills?
Yeah.
At the same
think
time.
so.
I'm trying to impress
I
Kevin.
Think so. I really do think so. I really do think so.
I have been in meetings like that before. Have you been in meetings like
no,
that?
I have not been in meetings
With
like that.
investors?
Apparently, I haven't gone high enough.
Yeah, you're not
in the
high
ranks
enough.
to be
No,
in meetings
I've
like
been
that.
in meetings like that.
I believe you.
I'm telling you, people that have the ability to do that, I mean, they're so... I feel bad for them because they're so strung in all these
All
different
over the
places.
place. Yeah.
And people are just trying to get to them.
Right.
Because they got money. So...
Yeah.
With the money people, is it more one? Is it anything like what I just did?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Wow.
I mean, because it's just more of conversations, and it's a one-on-one sort of thing. And I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I haven't experienced that, so maybe that's coming. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to get to that person, so that if I break through there, then
You
they'll-
don't
then
want
they'll
those
invest,
people.
Then they'll invest.
Oh,
in the
your
film.
life would be miserable. your life would be miserable if you dealt with those people. You wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You'd have so much anxiety.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I have enough.
They're gonna go for the jugular. If I don't make this happen. It's pressure, man.
Yeah.
You're doing anything creative is like pressuring. It's hard, but it's your movie's a great idea, man.
Thanks.
And you know what I love about it? It's like you're not talking about it. You're doing it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people a lot of creatives, they talk about it. They talk a mean game, but they never do anything about it.
Yeah.
And you're just throwing it all out there, and you're going, "Hey, man, we're doing this."
Yeah, when I decided to make the beginning of last year, when I made the commitment to myself to I'm going to go for a feature film, I mean, I just didn't have the story yet, and I've never understood people who I've talked to, and they're like, "Oh, I know what my story's going to be. I know what my first feature film's going to be about. I know what the story is." I'm like, "Why? What are you doing then? Like, go do that. What are you waiting for? You're never going
Right.
to have a right time to do it. So make it happen.
Just got to do it. And you're in your 30s, right?
Yep, 35.
So that's what I love about it, man. You're going for the gusto. You're not waiting, shoulda, coulda, woulda,
right?
Type of scenario. You're just doing it, man.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to make it at whatever, you know. We're going to find a way to make this film.
You're going to make it with or without you.
Yep. Yep.
But there's a cricket sound. I don't know what the crickets are. Right?
I don't have the cricket sound.
Yeah, that was a bad Bono.
No, it was on. It was on.
It was in pitch?
Yeah, it was perfect.
No, it wasn't.
Pitch
Bono. Sometimes Bono sings bad. But you can go to, let's see, pop it up again. The end. Pop it up. I don't want to screw this up.
Hold on.
Pop it up.
Give me a second.
Sandra!
This is live.
Pop it up,
right?
Sandra!
Oh, now it's only half. All right, there we go.
TheEndOfTheDayFilm
Not
/
the.
kick.
Not the.
End of the day.
Yeah.
TheEndOfTheDayFilm.com /
You're messing it up.
No, I'm not. It says end of the day.
Where you keep
film.
saying the before.
Yeah, you keep saying the before the end.
Dyslexia. End of the day film.com / kick.
Yep.
The end of the day film.com / kick.
I don't think you can end the gig. Sorry,
So,
bro.
yeah, the end. I keep saying the end of the day.
You keep saying that, yeah.
So it's just end.
It's just end.
For the website, yes.
Yes, for the website.
Endofthedayfilm.com.
Oh, but the movie's called
At the End of the Day.
End.
Who's doing your marketing?
There was only so many Twitter accounts.
I tell you what, Nick,
and that's a long title. So
I tell you, the
that's what I
Kickstarter
had to
campaign. Kickstarter
That's what-
campaign.
yeah. Tell me, investor.
For $80,000, you can hire this marketing genius right here.
Yeah.
With dyslexia, we'll take you to a whole next level.
Can't read a website.
I know, right? He can't read a website.
Listen,
He's not reading it
Listen.
because he can't read it. He's reading it because it's wrong on the screen, and it should be the way he's saying
have you ever heard, Kevin? It's going to change the world. You ever heard of MySpace?
it. Love it. Love it. The MySpace?
How come you don't have a MySpace page?
The MySpace.
Yeah.
The MySpace.
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
You can see who's online. There's like this little red dot. It looks like a human head, and it shows
You
who's
remember?
on.
You remember?
You remember?
I remember
Or
that.
I don't
either,
remember.
either he remembers or
Or
he
he's
still
still
has
there.
it. Yeah.
I'm on MySpace right now.
He's still there.
Me and
Still
Justin
there.
Timberlake are on
Justin
MySpace.
T brought it back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor MySpace. Oh, it's just a trash land. So, what time is it? It's about time to go. So, Kevin,
That's quick.
I want to see this film. In fact, I'm not talking about. I would like to go home tonight and see this film, kick my feet up and watch this film.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay. You could just watch the trailer like
Over and over and
yeah,
over.
like what, 20, 60 times or something like that, and that would be about the same.
And then
50
and then my
times, 50 times.
expectations
Are going to be even higher because that's not the cast.
out the roof. Yeah, I'm all worried about that now.
I'm worried about that too.
You're giving me anxiety over it.
I
now.
know because
You're welcome.
I already fell in love with the cast.
I did
I
too.
thought that was the cast.
Some talented people.
They were.
Some talented people. You need to definitely. If you put Stephen Baldwin in there, he's not worth $100,000 to put in your film.
I would not. That would not happen. for
I'm
sure.
thinking about being transgender in this. How do I do this? I'm Stephen Baldwin.
Why is he in every Christian film? Good grief.
Well, it's. I mean, your choices are Stephen Baldwin or Kirk Cameron. So.
Yeah.
Oh, now
Or-
Nick Cage just jumped in the ring.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Or A.R.
That'd
White.
be nice. Maybe I'll get
Where did
Nick
all the
Cage
people go?
to play Gordon or something like that.
How come Michael? Maybe I'm wrong, but how come Baldwin and Kirk Cameron have not been in the same Christian films?
In the same ones?
Yeah, probably payroll
I can't speak to those things.
too high. So you're looking about $1 million film with
On both of, with
Yeah.
both of them, yes.
But I heard Stephen
Yeah,
Baldwin
I
was
would-
doing it for like $100K.
No, well,
75.
the tough thing. I mean, the tough thing about this film is that I don't necessarily see it as it's not a Christian film. You know, like as you would think the Christian genre, and it's not specifically an LGBT genre
Right.
film. So it's kind of like an in the middle, and that's one of the issues I feel like. One of the challenges in getting people to necessarily support it is because until it's made, they don't really know what it is. You know, I mean, I
Right.
could even if I let them read the screenplay, which I have done, but there's a challenge of this being such a touchy subject.
Tuppy.
Tuppy. With it being such a subject that people want to know what it's saying before they're gonna, get behind it for sure. So it's that tension is hopefully what will get more people talking about it. So we'll see.
There you go. The end End, not the. End of the day. Film. / kick.
There's a .com in there also, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to read off top.
These websites
End
need that.
of the day. End of the day film.com / kick.
There you go.
You want to put your hands on the screen or anything? Do a little faith thing. If you sew into this film right now, TBN style.
No, I'll leave that. I'll leave that for you.
Well, look, I'm excited about the film. And I know you're going to slam dunk this thing. You're going to make Lakeland, Florida proud. You're going to put us on the map. That's what I believe. You're going to straight put us on the map because it's a great, brilliant idea, and we're going to see this thing through, man. I believe in it. It's going to happen because you know why? I believe in it. I'm very powerful in Hollywood.
I don't need powerful in
Said
Hollywood.
the person that has no movie in Hollywood.
No, I've got films.
Okay.
I've got films.
The dirty films
like in
don't
your
count.
DVD collection now.
And I've got films. They're all in my head.
Oh,
right.
I got films.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for coming by, Kevin. Stop
Thank
by
you.
anytime.
Thank you.
I mean, you're right down the street for crying out loud.
I am
And
right
we got to
down.
start doing our lunches again because I miss them.
Let's do it. You can invite me sometime too. It doesn't always have to be me inviting you. I'm just
Called out,
Did
bro.
you just call me
I'm just
on my
saying.
show?
Called out. Right about to sign off.
All right. Yes. Thanks, Kevin, for hanging out on the Jeff Adams Show. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, people.